Hey everybody, so today I'm going to do an Ollie's haul. This is some stuff I've gotten the last couple weeks from two different stores that are somewhat near me. One's like 30 minutes away, the other one's about 50 minutes away. So let me show you what I got. So this is the best bargain that I got. This is generally sold, I have one of these from like Michael's that I bought years ago, and they're pretty expensive. I don't know the price offhand, but I think they're like 30 bucks or so. But I got this for $1, and they only had the one, otherwise I would have gotten more. But $1, and this is that photo storage kit. But I use it for other things. I've always used it for other things, and it comes basically with, and the one I have is clear, but I put a lot of different things like my foam pads in here. I put like stickles in here, and those smaller tubes, re-inkers in here. So I generally use these for smaller items, but yeah, this is great. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, so 16 of these smaller cases. So I like having the color one. Mine was all clear boxes, the one I've had, but yep, so $1, and I've never seen these ever again. I don't even know if I've ever seen anybody hauling these, but they did have these, and like I said, they only had one. Actually, the girl said there was another one in the back, but she was keeping that for herself. So, this is my biggest find this time for $1. I got these scissors, and these are the Cutter Bee scissors. You've probably seen a lot of people hauling these. I was lucky enough to find these in our Waterford, Connecticut store. And I got 3 pairs, 2 for me and 1 for my friend Maria. So I hear these are, I've never had these scissors before. I heard they were good scissors. This one's missing the little tip thing, but that's okay. And then they had these scissors, which were the American Craft scissors, and I got these for $1. However, at the store, and these were at the Newington store, at the Waterford store where I got these were $1.99. These were $1.99. These were $1.99 at that store too, but in the store closer to my house, these were only 99 cents. So I got these mostly for my classroom, just to have scissors in the classroom. And then I got some more Cricut stuff. I buy this stuff a lot. We're doing our fall door decorating. We decorate, it's a contest in my high school that you decorate your door like several times a year. We're doing the fall theme, so I got this to cut out the fall leaves and pumpkins and stuff, this holographic, and then this is gonna be, I'm gonna do like the moon, probably some stars and stuff, so I've cut these out. So these were American Craft, these are $1, and these were $1.99. And this is how much? And I actually used this last night to cut out leaves, and this is 12 by 48 inches, and this is 12 by 36. And this is also American Crafts, but it's $1.99, and this is, I'm not sure why the gold adhesive foil is more than this holographic glitter, but okay, so I got those, and I've hauled those before because I bought more. And then I got this, and this was something I had seen people hauling. I think there was 2 different versions. I think there was a version of just the knife by itself that was maybe $3.99, and then this was $4.99, and this came with the 5 blades, so we got these, or I got one and my friend got one for $4.99. Then we got this, and this was at the one closest to us, and it's like you can put it anywhere you want. It cuts out, it's kind of like those cutters that if you have the We Are Memory Keeper button maker, like those, how it presses down. This is kind of the same way. We tried it out in the store really quick. I'm not sure why, I'd have to look into it. I'm not sure why there's like this plate versus this, and how this all fits together. Right. And my friend kind of knew more about it than I did, but let's just take, got some like painted papers I was working on. Let's see, that's kind of like a cardstock material. Let's see how it works. Got it. Okay, it took me a minute. All right, so yes, it does cut out very nicely. Here we go. Okay, so let's do this again. Okay, so then you put the bottom piece, you put this piece on top, it looks like, then you go like this. Punch it down. And you have your sheet. Let's try it again. So we put this piece down, this side up. This goes like this. Pop that in. Okay, it's a little fussy. I don't know if it's a learning curve, but it does cut out. I have these hearts. So for $1, you can kind of cut wherever you want on paper, which makes it nice because on a regular hole punch you can't. You only have certain much space. So definitely, kind of wish they had circle ones. Circle one would have been nice. But okay, so we got this punch for $1. This heart punch. And I was able to punch out. Okay, so there are instructions. Okay, so there are instructions. Probably should have read those first. Okay, oh, these were fun. So we got these. These were fun. These are paper clips. They had 3 different kinds. They had the regular ones, they were $1. These were $1, and you got 9 clips. And they had the heart ones, the dog ones, and they had regular paper clips, and I got some extra dog ones. So those were kind of cool. $1. I had seen people doing those. I've had this before. I didn't notice until I was checking out that this one was missing, but these sheets were 25 cents. Oh, they're like 2-tones. Okay, so on this side it looks, it's like a rose gold kind of color, and then on this side it is silver. Interesting. That is really, so silver on one side, rose gold on the other side. All right, so I got those sheets, 25 cents. I got these. I passed by these a couple weeks ago because I really didn't think I needed them. And then I was working on like the overhead at school when I do like the overhead to do like go over stuff, and sometimes it's hard for them to see. Like if I use a regular pen, it's a little harder to see, or even like the gel pens. So I thought the felt tip pens might work better, so I kind of went back for these because I thought they would work better on like overhead. So let's try them out. I guess since I already kind of played around with this paper, we can try them on this paper. Yep. So, and these were $2.99. I usually use at work erasable pens. I buy the friction erasable pens mostly for like my planner, even like when I'm grading. I like to be able to erase things because I make mistakes. But again, for the but the friction pens are very expensive, so I don't need to really necessarily use those. And those are harder to see for some reason on the projector on my overhead when I'm writing. So it's harder like for the students to see, they say. So I think the felt pens will work better, hopefully. Let's just go through all of them, and the colors are kind of pretty cool. It's kind of a black one, And then we have this blue one. So we'll zoom in so you can kind of see the colors. So those are the colors, and they're kind of cool. They're really pretty, actually. So yep, got these for $2.99. I got these, and I've gotten some other stickers, letter stickers before, and some stickers and stuff, but I thought these were pretty cool. And these were $1. There was 353 in each one. So I got 2 packages to make sure that whatever I needed to do, I had enough letters to write out whatever I needed to write out. These we have seen over the past couple months, and we never bought them because I wasn't really getting what they were. And then somebody kind of was hauling it, and they kind of said what it was, and then I was like, oh, now I kind of get it. So you can do, it's kind of like, it holds like journals in place, like the traveler notebooks, right? So it's got these wire things, and I wasn't getting, like when I looked at it before, I really wasn't understanding what it was. And now I kind of do. So I just got the one, and ironically these were $1. They had pink ones. They had blue ones, and the blue ones were like more money. I don't know why. So it's kind of nice. And then you have these in here, and I guess you just slide, let's slide. Okay, so you can slide these out. And then I guess you could just like say you have, I'm just using random paper here. Don't mind me. And you can slide these and put like making junk journals or traveler notebooks kind of thing. You can make your notebooks, and then you can put your signatures in. Either making your own signatures and put them in, or you can, if you have like inserts for like notebooks. So you can do that, or per se, if you had like a traveler's notebook. And let's just take some of the inserts like out of this one that I already have. Just take one of these out. Like instead of having these strings, you have these metal things. You could, and obviously this isn't the right size, but so if you had traveler's notebooks, kind of notebooks, you could, again, this is too small for this journal, but you could put these in here, and you could put a whole bunch of them in. Or I think better would be to put like, make signatures of paper, and then you, instead of sewing them in, you can just kind of pop them in here. So again, $1, pretty cool. Looks like they may sell notebooks that go inside, and if you can look and see, they're kind of spread out. So anyways, cool. What else did I get? So I got these, were also $1. They're American Craft. They're 4 glue sticks for $1. I got them for my classroom. Not sure how good they are, but classroom supplies. I got these labels for 99 cents. This is 510 labels, and they're small. I kind of had ordered these recently on like, I don't know, on Temu recently for diamond painting, for the like the jars to put the diamond painting on, and they're 1/2 inch by 3/4 inch little labels. I don't know if you can you see? So I got those for 99 cents. That's probably cheaper than what I paid on Temu. Oh, I might have got more. Alright, then I got these Feastables, Mr. Beast candy. If you ever buy these, my son and my dad like these. These are the peanut butter ones. They're $1.99. I got a couple packets of these because normally at Target they're $6. So that's a really good deal for those if you like this candy. And the last couple things I got were puzzles. So I got this puzzle tray, Sort and Go, for $3.99. I do some puzzle stuff with for rewards for my students, one of the things I do is an icebreaker in the beginning of school is I put kids in groups like the first couple of days of school, and then the group that puts the puzzle together fastest gets like a homework pass. And then sometimes, like right now, I actually have one on my back. The kids actually really like doing it. So I actually have one on like my back counter in the room, and kids will just do it when there's like some downtime or something. Some of them like doing the puzzles. So I'm always worried about the pieces flying, you know, in a classroom with lots of kids going in and out. I always worry that like pieces are gonna go flying. So I thought this would be fine because then they could sort them and stack them, and I know they're not gonna go dropping on the floor, and that people aren't gonna be, like custodians aren't gonna come sweep them up at the end of the night. And then I got these, and I do teach high school, but I generally buy Dollar Tree or cheaper puzzles for these activities because again, they're not gonna wanna do a huge puzzle. I don't really have the time and the space. Again, they just might go if they have like 10-15 minutes free. If they finish work, they'll go in the back room and do puzzles. So I got this is $2.99, and this was 300 pieces, but they're pretty good quality. They're thick. That's the other thing when I get them. You want to make sure that they're decent quality for my room because the kids are rough and there's wear and tear. And these actually come with a book, so they're called Jigsaw Puzzle, like with a book. So you get this. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe this is like what the puzzle looks like. So like a sheet to see what it looks like. And then there is a book about coral reefs. So that's great for littler kids. I mean, my high school kids aren't going to be so interested in this. So this was 300 pieces, $2.99. And again, because I usually do this like as group activities, this is only 100 pieces for $2.99, and the pieces are a little bit bigger. So I guess if you have littler kids, and again, it comes with a nice little book about animals. Got this little book, and this is good, thick pieces. And I got this one, and this is also 100 pieces. So I didn't mind them being, I usually give them 100-piece puzzles for this activity in the beginning of the year just because they need to be able to put it together within, like, say, under 30 minutes. And sometimes kids want to work alone, they don't want to work with a group. So, but I don't usually give them more than a 100-piece puzzle because, again, it's like kind of a timed activity. So here's this one. And I think these are going to be better than the Dollar Tree ones that I get. And now the Dollar Tree ones are like $1.75 anyways. So paying an extra $1.25 to have something, hopefully that will last me. It's kind of like I'm not getting them new ones every year that'll last me year after year. Is fun. And that is everything that I got so far. So all in all, my Ollies, you know, we see these great hauls that are from other states like Texas and Florida. I can't wait to go back to Florida this summer to see my family because there's like some Ollie hauls that I keep watching from Florida, like the Sarasota and stuff. One is near where my family lives, and then there's like, it's like near where my aunt lives, and I can't wait to go because I see so many great things being hauled from those areas. And in Connecticut, we're kind of really lucky. I will say though, with the Cricut, I don't have it. My friend Maria bought it because I have a self-adhesive mat. But my friend Maria got just this couple of days ago, got a Cricut. Pretty big. I don't know exact dimensions, but it was a big mat. It was a few feet. It had to be at least like 48 inches or at least 36, 48 inches mat. Self-healing mat. Cricut self-healing mat for like $7.99. I have a giant mat for cutting, for sewing and all that stuff, so I have a few and I have a giant one, so I did not buy it, but that was definitely a great pickup, but I don't have it on me, so unfortunately I can't show it to you. Okay, I did not get these from Ollie's. I actually went to the dollar store. I saw somebody else haul this from the Dollar Tree, so I did go to the Dollar Tree to get these little cards, and they had different ones. They had Friends, The Office, SpongeBob. They had Superman. I'm trying to think. And Peanuts. I think there was Peanuts. But I got the SpongeBob ones because, again, they're for school. And I think, you know, my kids all like SpongeBob. So, but here they got Patrick. And then they kind of have little SpongeBob on the actual face cards. You can see. And then there's Squidward. The Queen is Sandy. The King is SpongeBob. Patrick. And is that it? And then, like, yeah. They kind of repeat. But I thought they were cute for, you know, with the $1.25 now playing cards. Kids like to play Crazy Eights and stuff, so I thought those were really cute. So I got these at the Dollar Tree, and that's it. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Bye.